Hello my dear students, welcome to our YouTube channel. So today in this video, we're going to solve the question paper, previous year question paper of Diploma CET. Before going to the solutions for the question paper, if you are not subscribed to our channel, please click on the subscribe button and press the bell icon. So let us begin with a question solution. So in the part C, that is mechanical engineering stream, the first question is, in a four-stroke cycle petrol engine during suction stroke, the options are: first one, only air is sucked in; second option, only petrol is sucked in; third option, mixture of petrol and air is sucked in; and the fourth option, none of the above. The right answer is option 3, that is the mixture of petrol and air is sucked in. In a four-stroke petrol engine during suction stroke, the mixture of fuel and air will enter into the cylinder through an inlet valve. Whereas in a four-stroke diesel engine, only the fresh air will enter into the cylinder through the inlet valve. Whereas fuel is injected by a fuel injector in diesel engine. So in a four-stroke petrol engine, the mixture of air and fuel will enter into the cylinder. The next question is, which of the following part is related to CI engine? The right answer is option 3, that is injector. CI engine means compression ignition engine. So in compression ignition engine, the fuel is injected by fuel injector, whereas all other remaining options are related to spark ignition, that is SI engine. So your right answer is option 3, that is injector. The next question is, in a four-stroke four-cylinder CI engine, the number of spark plugs used are. So please note the question, it is clearly mentioned CI engine. So we know that in CI engine, no spark plug is used. So your right answer will be option 4, that is 0. The next question is, in an IC engine, the process of removing the burnt gases from a combustion chamber of an engine cylinder is known as. Your right answer is option 3, that is scavenging. So scavenging is a process of removing a burnt gases from an engine cylinder with the help of a pressure of a fresh air entering into the cylinder. So that is a scavenging. The next question is, the object of a supercharging the engine is. So the options are: to reduce the mass of an engine per brake power, to reduce the space occupied by an engine, to increase the power output of an engine, and the fourth option, all the above. The right answer is all the above. So supercharging is a process of increasing the pressure of an air by using a compressor. So this helps to supply more amount of oxygen and helps the complete burning of a fuel so that the maximum power can be obtained. So your right answer will be all the above. The next question is, the ratio of work done per cycle to the stroke volume of a compressor is known as, that is option 4, that is mean effective pressure. So mean effective pressure is defined as the ratio of work done per cycle to the stroke volume of a compressor. The next question is, the piston and cylinder of an IC engine constitute which pair? So the right answer is sliding pair. So what is this sliding pair? It is a kinematic pair connected in such a way that the one link slides relative to another. So in the IC engine, the cylinder is fixed, whereas piston slides relative to the cylinder. So in a piston and cylinder consist of sliding pair. The next question is, the relation between the number of pairs and number of links in a kinematic chain are given by. The right answer is option 1, that is L is equals to 2p minus 1. So what is this kinematic chain? A kinematic chain is an assembly of rigid bodies or a links connected by joint. The next question is, the mechanism which consists of two turning pairs and two sliding pairs is known as. And your right answer is option 4, that is elliptical tremel. So elliptical tremel is a device used to produce or generate an elliptical profile. So it consists of two turning pairs as well as two sliding pairs. The next question is the relative motion between belt and pulley caused by expansion and contraction of a belt passing from one side to another side is known as, the right answer is option 2, that is creep. So what is this creep? It is an uneven extension or contraction of a belt when it passes from tight side to slack side. So this relative motion between belt and pulley surface is known as creep, and this creep is depends or due to the elastic property of an belt. The next question is when the T is the maximum tension of a belt and M is the mass of a belt per unit length, the velocity of a belt for a maximum power transmission is given by, the right answer is option 3, that is option 3, that is root of T by 3M, where T is a maximum tension and M is a mass per unit length. The next question is dash is used to transmit exact velocity ratio, and your right answer is option 4, that is gear drive. So what is this gear drive? It is a mechanism consisting of toothed wheel that engages and transmit the rotary motion. And the next question is the product of circular pitch and diametral pitch of a gear tooth is, the right answer is option 1, that is pi. So the product of circular pitch and diametral pitch is equals to pi. So what is this circular pitch? It is the distance along the pitch circle. What is this diametral pitch? It is the ratio of number of teeth to the pitch diameter. The next question is the radial distance from a top of a tooth to the bottom of a tooth in meshing gear is called, the right answer is option 3, that is clearance. What is this clearance? It is a distance between the outside diameter of a gear and the root diameter of its mate. The next question is if M1 and M2 are the two masses rotating in the same plane with R1 and R2 being their radii of a rotation respectively, then the condition for a balancing is given by, and your right answer is option 2, that is M1 is equals to, M1 R1 is equals to M2 R2. So what is this condition for balancing or balancing of rotating body? So it is very important to avoid the vibration. So balancing of rotating bodies is very important to avoid the vibrations in the machines. So this method is carried in a heavy industrial machines such as gas turbines and electric generator. The next question is which is the type of contact in case of cam with a roller follower? And the right answer is option 1, that is line contact. The next question is for static balancing of a shaft, the options are the net dynamic moment of a shaft should be 0, the net dynamic force on the shaft should be 0, the net coupled on a shaft should be 0, and none of the above. And the right answer is option 2, that is the net dynamic force on the shaft should be 0. So what is this static balancing? The static balancing refers to the ability of a stationary object to its balance, and it is necessary to prevent a stationary object from rolling. So static balancing is very much important. So the next question is the follower motion is parallel to the cam axis in case of, and your right answer is option 4, that is cylindrical cam with a reciprocating roller. So what is this cam follower? Cam follower is also known as a track follower, and it is a specialized type of roller or a needle bearing designed to follow cam lobe profile. The next question is the example of axle brake, and your right answer is option 3, that is disc brake. Disc brake is considered as an axle brake. So axle brakes are held in a place with the bolt that are perpendicular to the disc and parallel to the axle. The another example for a axle brake is cone brake. So So disc and cone brakes are considered as a axle brakes. And the next question is dash falls into the category of absorption dynamometer, and your right answer is option 1, that is rope brake dynamometer. So this dynamometer are classified into two types. One is power absorption and another one is a power transmission. So rope brake comes under power absorption and remaining all the options comes into the power transmission dynamometer.